Ever since the Taliban took control of Afghanistan, there have been two faces of the country. One that the Taliban tries to portray, and the other one which is hidden inside homes and alleys. Tonight, we get you a story of a man who gives us a first-hand account of what life is like under the Taliban. We will not be revealing the location or even the name for safety reasons, but we want you to listen to his story. Watch this exclusive interview of an Afghan citizen who had once traveled to India for education, but is now stuck in the war-torn country.
My family members work with embassies. All my family members who have been in charge of security and protection of all embassies inside Kabul city for a very long period of time, as we couldn't flee from Kabul. Now we are in a very high risk of dismissal, all the family members. And we are being called by Taliban that this family or that group of people are servants of ignorance inside Afghanistan. So this is making our lives extremely difficult, and the family members are living under a very, very high mental pressure. Most of the family members who directly work with the forces and with the embassies are now in very deep depression and mental problems. So living under Taliban with such a background is making life very difficult in Kabul. Yes, we have tried to flee from Kabul since our family, especially my father and my brother, were engaged directly with the NATO forces as a military officers. During the evacuation, we tried to flee from Afghanistan, but unfortunately we couldn't do that. Since after Taliban took control of Kabul city, we have been in Panjshir Valley alongside with the resistance forces. After Pakistani drones interference in Panjshir Valley, the resistance forces couldn't defend initially, so we left back. We came back to Kabul, and now we are hiding inside Kabul city. Like each member of the family is living in separate area. If one is to be captured by Taliban, then the rest of us could get informed. And now living under Taliban is very difficult. It is like a prison. Whole country is like prisoners who are inside a jail. If you go in the city, you may recognize you are living in the city of zombies. Yes, some of my female family members, like my siblings or my wife or my friends whom I had who were working with the private or governmental organization, now they have been restricted to not go to their jobs or to the academic areas like universities or school. So I think removing female employees or half of the society will lead Afghanistan again to 90s of Taliban regime. So mainly Talibans are keen to establish a male dominance kind of governance in Afghanistan, and this is really sad. I have done my bachelor's and master's both in India. So the thing I observed in India is a highly diverse country with many religions, many ethnics, and many languages. So they are living side by side with each other, and they're trying to make their nation great. And inside Afghanistan, if I compare, then you will see that in Afghanistan is also a highly diverse country. People who are Muslims, who are Hindus and Jewish are living inside Afghanistan. But the problem in Afghanistan is a fundamentalist part or a group of Muslims are coming and taking control of Afghanistan with violence.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.